I'm John Bennett, Roll Call's White House correspondent. Welcome to the Obamacare edition of White House Watch. This week on Wednesday was political theater at pretty much its highest, at least for Capitol Hill standards. You had Vice President-elect Mike Pence in a room in the basement of the Capitol building talking to House Republicans about how to repeal Obamacare. And a few hundred feet away, President Obama was talking with House and Senate Democrats about how to fight back. And on the Republican side, Pence didn't really get into specifics, members told us, as they came out of that meeting, but he did lay out a plan that includes, and this was kind of the news of the day, a plan that includes President-elect Donald Trump signing a series of executive actions just hours after he takes the oath of office on January 20th that would change the law in some ways. Pence didn't really get into specifics, members said later with reporters. He didn't really elaborate, but that gives us more of a sense of the Trump administration's plans. There is still no timeline, however, or plan for the replace part of this repeal and replace plan. And that is really where it seems like Democrats are ready to take the fight to Republicans. And they're going to do that by trying to start to shift the blame, kind of preemptive blame, onto Republicans. 22 million people, the White House said this week, have signed up for health insurance since Obamacare was signed into law. And they say those people are now very much at risk of losing their health insurance. That would happen if Republicans do follow through, and they are this week set themselves on a path to do just that, follow through to repeal Obamacare without their own plan to replace it. That could take 2 or 4 years. Some Democratic senators today that I overheard on the Hill were saying that could take even longer. Look how long it took, they say, to pass Obamacare. So we've got Republicans moving ahead with repeal, but no replace piece, and you've got Democrats revealing their strategy to put blame on the Republicans for kicking people off of their health insurance. And this could have big implications for the 2018 midterm elections. If you ask Republican lawmakers off the record or on background, if they're worried about 2018, they'll kind of give you a wink and a nod, and in so many words say, we have to do this very carefully. We have to think about what this means for our House and Senate majorities, and even the White House in 2020. There is some concern or a little bit of unease on the Republican side about whether they can pull this off and keep what they've built here, controlling the House, controlling the Senate, and having the White House. So keep an eye on the timeline here for when Republicans set a deadline for themselves and the Trump White House to come up with a replacement plan. If it's 2 or if it's even 4 years, Democrats seem pretty confident that they're going to have a good argument for 2018 and maybe even the 2020 election that Republicans are kicking 22 million people off their health insurance and have no idea how to repeal Obamacare.